Hello, hello, all my amazing GovCon winners. There's one thing I realized I did not add to the summary or the description, but that's okay. Bid. I said what I said. Fast ways to find federal bids. This is the Kizzy Shopping Network. So, as you hopefully know, if you don't know, you're learning. I offer a product or service that is to help elevate your government contracting business to the next level. I have a different setup today. So you may see me turn my head. I probably will bring my laptop closer, but it doesn't change anything. So here's the deal. I have an amazing announcement. But before I make that announcement, we are days away from the end of the fourth quarter. If you have a cage code, you should be bidding every day. Period. For those of you who may even wonder, well, what does that mean to bid? Maybe some of you are like, who is this beautiful woman with this curly hair and where are you and who are you? My name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. I've been awarded over $70 million in federal government contracts, and I'm here in Tampa. And I'm assuming all of you can hear me. So I'm meeting with one of my mentors for a few days this week. So I am on the road here in my home state. So here's what's really important. Special announcement. Every single one of you who have ever purchased, which I'm so honored, there's been thousands of you who have ever made a purchase at GovCon Winners, you, just like Oprah with the cars, you get the free proposal course. You get the free proposal course. You get the free proposal course. I can't do it as well as her, and it's not a car, but guess what? This is something that's going to teach you how to make way more than a car. There's tons of people in my Facebook group who have talked about winning contracts. There are tons of people who I'm coaching who are winning contracts. So Melody, my team member, will just automatically email you, okay? So any and everyone who's made a purchase up until now. But wait, there's more. For the next 72 hours, I'm going to give away the winning proposal class. Keep in mind, this doesn't include templates. I have about a 90% solution because I want you all to get a head start on everything. It will automatically be sent to you. Any single one of you who have ever made a purchase with GovCon Winners, whether it was $7 or well over $7, you will get access automatically. Melody will email you. You're going to need to go into your computer, log in, you'll access everything. There's 2 portions that I need to add to it. Just be patient with me. Like you, I'm bidding. I had a meeting the other day with the FDA, and I have to lower my rates, and my team's working on the proposal. I have things to do. I'm in the middle of working on Oasis Plus. It's a multi-billion-dollar contract. Due to an amendment, there's things that I have to do. So I just ask for your patience. Please, everyone, I do. So again, for those of you just joining, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. This is Kizzy Shopping Network. Bid. I said what I said. Fast way to find federal bids. That's what we're doing right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my computer. I'm going to have it closer to me. I'm going to do that in a second. But first, we have to have a direction, right? So I have these amazing money and manifesting oracle cards. You may not be able to read them. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. What's key is our mindset. You can go through the winning proposal way. You can start submitting proposals. However, if you think, oh, nothing's going to come of this, it's a waste of money, what is this person that's so beautiful even talking about, then you're going to get what you get. Because we get what we put out. If you put out that kind of spirit, that's what you're going to get. And I know it. I used to do that for a really long time. Accounting. This is what we have for today. Take control of your finances and understand your financial situation. Stay organized and keep track of your income and expenses, and seek help from a financial advisor or accountant if needed. And if you're into numbers, the number's 27. I'm going to set this aside here. This is really key, accounting, because for those of you who are into the Middleman, which I'm going to share here in a second, where you can go, Unison, Sam, Fed Connect, Dibs are all places we're going to talk about. But for those of you who are practicing middleman subcontracting, you must make sure your accounting's on point. So we're going to talk more about that. I'm going to grab my computer. I'm going to grab a water. I'm taking questions. I'm always taking questions. This is the Kizzy Shopping Network. Bid, bid, bid. I said what I said, right? Okay, everyone. I'm just grabbing a couple things. I appreciate your patience as I'm here in Tampa, meeting with one of my mentors tomorrow. So, okay, oh boy. This is like moving it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is like moving a newborn. Be very gentle. Okay. Okay, everyone. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to look down. I'm going to share with you the things for you to purchase. Look, I'm working on my fitness. Nobody trying to make believe that I'm something that I'm not. Okay, everyone. Okay, awesome. So any purchase that is made, whether it's the 5-day challenge, which is starting at the end of September for the Kizzy Shopping Network, whether it's you get a VIP, executive seat, no matter what you purchase, any purchase you've ever made, or for those of you who you're like, I don't even know who you are. Make a purchase in the next 72 hours. It's going to change your life, and you'll get a free proposal writing course. That's right, free. I break down how to do proposals for free. After the 72-hour window, I will charge at least $97 and probably $497 for the class with the templates. So the free version does not include the templates. And for any and all of you who purchased the Winner's Way book, thank you so much. I have the link here. And please keep in mind that book will be released in October. Okay. So again, for those of you just joining, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks, been awarded well over $70 million in federal government contracting. Our card today is accounting. Take control of your finances and understand your financial situation. This is super important when it comes to our pricing, because everybody wants to know about pricing. So I see, okay, good. Want to buy up islands like Oprah. I didn't receive my email, but I made my purchase last week. Don't worry. The course is being released. The free Winner's Way proposal course, or Winning Proposal Way. The course is being released. Okay, awesome. So I'm balancing a few things, so that's why you may know. I know I gotta lose my midsection. You may notice posture is a little different. I'm trying to balance everything. You know, just like with anything in life, I bought this really cool stand to put my laptop on, and I went to assemble it, and it broke. But guess what? You move on. And that's how bidding is. You're going to submit a bid, and you're not going to get it. You're going to submit another one, and you're not going to get it. You're going to submit another one. You may not get it. But that fourth one, you get. So you have to persevere. A proposal doesn't have to be perfect. So where do you go to find these bids? Here's some tips. Number one, on Unison. Unison Marketplace. Okay? Unison Marketplace. You must create an account to go on Unison Marketplace. You will need a UEI. I'm putting the link here. When you go on Unison Marketplace, there are a ton of opportunities. Here are the tips. Number one, you can bid on anything on here. Doesn't matter what you bid on. I'm kind of looking down just to see what's here. Number one, they've extended their hours to meet market demands. Today, on a Sunday, 3 things have been posted. Just because it's Sunday doesn't mean the government's closed. It's Monday somewhere in the world. Never forget that. There were 83 opportunities posted in the last 3 days. That's a lot of opportunities, y'all. Ranging from construction and building, manufacturing, safety and security, clothing and textiles. So here's the tips for Unison. And I'll get to your questions in just a second. So I really appreciate everyone who's here and everything that you're showing. Okay, good. Yeah, Jamaican Dre, NFT. I mean, video games are always there, but increasing your wealth, take advantage of while you can. So with Unison, the fee that they charge, because like us, they are a vendor, they're a government contractor. That fee is included in your pricing. They're very easy opportunities to win. For the most part, you just have to type in the pricing. So let's say they need to buy 20 pallets of water, okay? 20 pallets of water. You would type in the price for the water, so you locate a vendor. So for instance, with this water, Niagara Bottling out of California, that's who bottled this water. Let's say you contact them, you get a deal on this, you add in your profit, and you type in the amount for one case. And then the system automatically calculates and you submit your bid. For products on Unison, they often will ask for you to complete a Buy American Act form. Oh my goodness, this is so easy to complete. It's just asking you for manufacturing information. It's something you can easily get. And to what Iron Body Sensei said, set to price, profit price, and bottom out of bid price. That is correct. So when you submit, you want to submit, you have your highest, and then you have what you stop your bid at. So you want to make sure you've put in your profit into both prices, because typically on Unison, they're going by the lowest amount, but not always. But what's important is you have a supplier, you have a price, and you submit it. That's all that matters. And then you do it again. That's the best way to win on Unison, is you just the volume. Because as I said, there's 83 opportunities, 3 were released on a Sunday. Also, Unison has services. My flagship company, we have about 100 team members. We love staffing. And for those of you who are joining, bid, I said what I said. Fast ways to find federal bids. This is Kizzy Shopping Network. Any purchases that any of you have ever made with GovCon winners, you're going to automatically get free access to the winning proposal course. And for those who have yet to ever make a purchase, tonight is the night. Make any purchase with me, and you will get access to the course. After today, I'm just adding more links in here. After today, the course will be $97, and I will also add an option with the proposal templates and maybe price for $497, maybe $997. So these are things to be aware of. So I'm just cutting and pasting many of the links here. Here's some other information for Unison. So let's say you find a staffing one. So right now, I had come across, there is I think it's a general, here it is. And you all can go on here and take a look on Unison, General Clerk 3 at Fort Gordon. And they want this person for 5 years. And the best thing about a 5-year opportunity is that you have ongoing revenue every month. So it's reliable. The government always pays. You don't have to worry about them not paying you. Now for this, I don't believe they require a resume. However, I have to dig a little deeper. I believe that this opportunity is based on pricing. So what's important and what you can do is look online to see what have people paid or charged in the past for this type of labor category, General Clerk 3. You can also ask the contracting officer if there's an incumbent, but as far as how you respond, it's pretty simple. They give you the instructions. You're going to give them pricing and about us, and basically just state you have the capability to provide staffing. Because at the end of the day, this is what I consider a low risk opportunity. A low risk opportunity means no lives are on the line. If somebody doesn't show up to work as a General Clerk 3 or they mess up, are lives lost? Probably not. So at the end of the day, they want the Dollar Tree General Clerk 3. And why aren't you the one providing that? Okay. So you don't need to do anything special. We'll find all of you. So thank you so much for asking. I do have a question. I saw Brova, Chaw's Lemons. Will a 5-day challenge help with the middleman process? So I know that there are challenges out there that are very specifically tied to the middleman. I take the perspective of having a profitable contracts and a long-term profitable business. And so it's one of many techniques that is covered in the GovCon Winner's Way, but specifically middleman, no. I talk about it. I have a video you can purchase that gives you everything that you need for a whopping $49. I'm going to put the link in here again. I highly suggest you get this video because before you know it, I'm going to end up raising that to like $297. Jamaica Dre NFT. And again, this is Kizzy Shopping Network. Bid. I said what I said. Fast ways to find federal bids. So the other thing on Unison is Unison itself is super helpful. They want us to win. They get a cut. So they're the middleman, y'all. So take full advantage. Call them, email. They want to help you. They want us to win. I mean, you can read the FAR Iron Body Sensei suggest about being a pass-through. I mean, just take a look at it. Those kind of rules definitely, I'll just say they definitely vary. Okay, Mike, do you have to bring in upfront costs after winning the contract? Okay, so this is a really good time to address this. And man, I think I broke my nail doing all this. Well, there we go. Y'all know I'm working hard. Look, I got sticky notes. End of the fiscal year. It's crazy. So here's the deal. As you're bidding, whether it's on Unison, Dibs, sam.gov, wherever it is, okay? Here's how the money part works. You say, I'm going to charge you, government, $10,000 for 20,000 bottles of water. Well, you have to buy the 20,000 bottles of water. The government's not going to say, okay, here's all this money. We'll wait for you to get the water. So on the product side, you're going to need a relationship with this bottler. Maybe they offer funding, maybe they don't. Maybe you offer a down payment. Maybe you get money from friends, family, line of credit, or credit card. So this is really important to know because many people out there who talk about, oh, the middleman or subcontracting, it's so easy. You rinse and repeat and you do all these things. This is the reality. So you win this contract. Do you have the money to pay for this? If you do, cool. If you don't, then what are you going to do then? And the answer is not give back the contract or tell them I can't do it. And the government's not going to give you money like that. And even if the terms are net 30, sometimes it may take 2 months for them to pay you because there are people on the back end that have to process everything. And again, I know there are people, oh, you're a small business. You're going to get paid so fast. Okay. When was the last time they won a contract with the federal government? Okay. I'm putting this out there. I've been doing this for 15 years. For anyone just joining, you're watching the replay, 15 years. We've been paid as fast as within 24 hours. And I remember one contract, oh my gosh, a couple of them. One took like 3-4 months, and I had all these subcontractors I needed to pay. And then the other one, I think it took almost 7 months for an agency to pay us. Just letting you know, this is how it really works. Okay, so Iron Sensei found some kind of method. What are net 30 terms? Okay, net 30 terms means that the person who owes the money, so that's that's the account receivable, right? That's who you're receiving money from. They have 30 days to pay. So very similar to like a credit card in a way. You know how normally you have a credit card payment due every 30 days? Very, very similar. Yeah, yeah, Sensei, please feel free to share. Sharing is caring. Okay, let me take a look at these questions. Thank you so much. I appreciate what you do. Appreciate what you all are being here. It's late, you're here, and I appreciate it. Dr. Case, like an Oracle Dex. Yeah, that's right. You got what you give. You get what you give. You do. I love that, Tamika, you wrote that. And for those of you just joining, the card I pulled today, our Money Manifesting Oracle card, Accounting. Take control of your finances and understanding your financial situation. That's a really big piece of bidding, because often, especially on portals like Unison and even on SAM, it's lowest cost. So if you bid $10,000 for 20,000 bottles of water, you're going to need to be able to pay for that. And you want to make sure you make enough profit to make it worthwhile. I mean, I know recently I made the decision we're not doing any more short-term trainings. It just doesn't make sense financially. It makes sense for all the people providing the services for us, but it doesn't make sense for our company. You probably often notice this with companies. They may discontinue a product, shorten their hours. No longer breakfast 24 hours. I don't know what McDonald's does. I'm just saying. Often the reason for it, they ain't making that money. That's where the accounting piece comes into play, y'all. The accounting piece is vital, especially right now. Soon, we're going to need to issue 1099s. Another thing, for those of you who are very focused on middleman, subcontracting, outsourcing, sourcing, when you exchange more than $600 with a company, you have to provide them a 1099. The only exception is if they're a corporation. So did you get that? Over $600, you, the business owner, have to issue 1099s by the end of January. So these are things to keep in mind. Okay, I'm going back through. What's up, Loves Alchemist? Gerald, thank you. It's a little like, ooh, stuffy in here. Sam, keep denying my cage code because of my EIN. What should I do? Call sam.gov. I don't have my phone near me, but you want to call sam.gov, Paul, to see what's going on. They provided more information. Usually when they deny your information, like when they deny something, they give you information. Okay. So back to bid. On Unison, you have a variety of products, a variety of services, 3 new opportunities added on a Sunday. Over 80 opportunities are available. No matter what NAICS codes you do or don't have, you can bid on any of these. I do want to say, every now and again, I've seen something that says you must have this NAICS code. Sometimes that may mean that it's earmarked for somebody else, but who cares? I would bid anyways. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I have an interview with Angelica, and she talked about not having her cage code, and she still won. They waited for her. And there's a variety of opportunities on here. There's a saw blade, drone, yellow ribbon for Army National Guard, Georgia, low capacity battery cylinder, lumber, slope mower. I mean, there's all types of things here. So if you're looking for quick wins, this is the place to go before the end of the fiscal year. And the end of the fiscal year is the end of September. Maybe I'll sub you guys as getting cutthroat out here. Okay, well, competition makes us all better. Just adding. As a subcontractor, do I need insurance? Also, is Biden's legislation on being vaccinated? Thank you. Thank you, Crude. I mean, I am a baller. I manifest. I'm all about prosperity. No, you don't have to be vaccinated. You don't have to worry about the vaccine thing with Biden. And as a subcontractor, you may need assurance. This is another piece of bid. Read what you're bidding on. If it requires that these have to be delivered at a certain temperature, make sure the bottles are delivered at the temperature. If you must have insurance, whether it's liability, it's anti-terrorism insurance, it exists, it's workers' comp, whatever it is, make sure you get it. But only get it if you need it. Okay? So remember that. And for those of you just joining, I'm only looking down because I'm looking at my computer. I bought a stand and it fell apart. I hate that. And for those of you who are just joining, this is Kizzy Shopping Network. Bid. I say what I said. Fast ways to find federal bids. Anyone and everyone who purchased from GovCon winners in the past year, actually, I think I said ever. Yeah, ever. You will get access to the Winning Proposal Way course, Winning Proposal Writing Way course. You will get access. And any of those of you who have yet to ever make a purchase, now is the time to do it. You have 72 hours to do so, and then this course will be for sale. Also, I've had people say like, oh, why is there so much selling? This is the Kizzy Shopping Network. That's the point of it. I'm here to offer you a product or service that's going to take business to the next level. That's the whole point. By also providing unmatched, unparalleled value. JT, period, city girls. Okay, so I'm going back to questions. Past performance delivering FEMA supplies, does this count with products? Yeah, box office. So did you subcontract to somebody, I'm assuming? Oh, thank you, Black 121212. Thank you. But here's something to keep in mind. Past performance isn't always needed to win federal contracts, okay? Dr. K trying to build her brand, support her. I am. Thank you. I appreciate you, Iron Sensei. And I'm here to help support all of you too, because too many people tell you other things. And what I mean by that is I think their intention is good. Like they think they're helping, but it's really not reality. And that's why if there's somebody here where you're like, I want to do a middleman. I'm all about, I don't know, that's my middleman voice. I'm gonna do the middleman. That's my middleman voice, y'all. Listen, I subcontract. We do middleman, call it sourcing, subcontracting. You need to get this video. It's $49. Y'all need to sign up for my challenge. I'm asked all the time, do you have a course? Do you have coaching? I have one-on-one coaching, $450 for 8 hours. That's what you get. Other than that, sign up for my challenge. I will have other things being offered very soon. I'm in the middle of working on them. Unexpectedly, I got a call from my mentor and they were like, hey, I want you to help me with federal government contracting. Come to Tampa. I said, done. I'm here. Yes, my company was leased on with Landstar, but I've lost 2 bids recently and I have the lowest bid. Okay, box office. This is for every single one of you listening. With the federal government, within 24 hours of finding out you didn't win, you send them an email, the point of contact, and you ask them for a debrief. Hello, I am writing in response to opportunity XYZ, and I am writing to request a debrief. Please provide the next steps. Or what are the next steps? Or when's a good date and time? Or really something of that nature, okay? Because not only for you, box office, but for everyone else here, you want to know what happened. What did you do right? What did you do wrong? And in the free course that everybody gets for making a purchase, Winning Proposal Writing Way, I'm putting in there some debriefs from us, because you're going to lose more than you win. So I'm going to put some sample ones in there. I don't know how to bid. That's okay, ODTV. You make a purchase with me, you get a Writing Proposal Way. You get the Winning Proposal Writing Way free course to learn. ODTV, and for everybody else, it's a process. This is not a Usain Bolt sprint. We're not doing the sprinting. This is like an ultra marathon. We're taking David Goggins' method. If you don't know who he is, please look into David Goggins. He's a black Navy SEAL. He's now a smoke jumper. He's held a world record. It's one of the reasons that I have a world record. I was very inspired by him. In case you didn't know, now you know. 102 jumps, spin of a rope. 102, 182 jumps, jump roping in flip-flops in 60 seconds, more than 3 a second. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay. Yeah, and Gerard, although Sam doesn't give a cage code, I think sometimes they're just speaking in general, but I love the clarification. Okay. Let me see what other questions I have. Oh, okay. Let's see. A lot of you clicked off. That's fine. I can't even see in the solicitation, so I get a cage code. I'm blowing up Sam's number. Well, Amber, and let's shift gears to sam.gov. So this is for Amber and anyone else there. So far, to recap, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. This is the Kizzy Shopping Network. Bid, bid, bid. I said what I said. Fast ways to find federal bids. The card we pulled today for Kizzy Shopping Network is accounting. Take control of your finances and understanding your financial situation. This is key when you're bidding. You don't want to underprice. You don't want to charge too low. And you want to make sure it's worth your while. So we talked about Unison. You got a lot of products. You have a lot of services. There's over 80 opportunities for you to bid on. All you need is a cage code. sam.gov. Here's the key to sam.gov. You go into sam.gov. Y'all can do it with me at the same time. Not sharing my screen this evening. You go to advanced search. In case you're wondering why I'm looking down, I'm looking at my computer. You go to notice type. You change notice type to solicitation, combined solicitation, set aside small business, and don't worry, before we know it, I'm going to have my little crew. I won't have to do any of this stuff. I'm traveling to meet impromptu with my mentor here in Tampa. So again, sam.gov, advanced search, notice type, solicitation, combined solicitation, set aside small business. There are 12,099 results. So my question for those of you who are here watching live or the replay, do you think you could win one of 12,099 opportunities? If you can, which I know you can, and y'all better say yes, type yes. Here, I'm typing yes. If you know that you can win one of these opportunities on sam.gov, 12,099 results, small business, because this is the other myth. Oh, well, I need a bunch of set-asides. I just got my cage code. You're a small business. The size standard for small business is really high. For some, NAICS code is like 40 million. Trust me, you're probably a small business. It's not a bad thing. This is good. This is a really good thing. So let me see. I want to see some yeses here. Okay, good. I want to see all my yeses. Okay, sources sought to provide dry ice. So black 12212. Double check that, because yes, okay, good. Give them the information that they requested, and unsure if you need to provide pricing, but that's cool. Quick question: how should I place my past performance on my DIBS, Landstar, FEMA, or just Landstar? You put it under your company. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the questions. Y'all are amazing. So when you go into sam.gov, combined synopsis, solicitation, total small business. Then under products and service information, feel free to follow along with me. You can type in your NAICS code. And for those of you that are like, I don't even know what that is. What's my NAICS code? Does the government buy real estate? Here, I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'm gonna put a link here. Bam, there you go. For those of you just joining us, Kizzy Shopping Network, where I'm here to offer you amazing products and services to take your business to the next level. So what I have for everyone tonight is anyone and everyone who's ever made a purchase with GovCon Winners, you will get access to my Winning Proposal Writing Way course. And all of you who have never made a purchase, if you make a purchase within the next 72 hours, you too will get access. If it's after the 72 hours, not getting the course. The course will be sold for $97, and then the course with all of the templates will be sold for about $497. So I appreciate each and every one of you. It's my way and my kind of homage to Oprah with you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Or you got the Kanye West version of that, but it is not PG-13, so I'm not going to talk about that in here. Okay. Good night, Jamaican Dre. How do you win bids if you have no prior experience? RHOP with all the 2s and the 0s. So today's Kizzy Shopping Network. Bid, bid, bid. I said what I said, right? Find federal fast ways to find federal bids. You look at the evaluation criteria. Picture yourself back in school, or maybe you have children and they say, oh, okay, in order to earn an A, you must. To earn a B, you must. And then there was always that one teacher that would never tell you. Well, the federal government normally will outline, this is what's needed to win. It's called evaluation criteria, basis of award. Typically, if it's just on price, I just need 20,000 of these bottles of water. I may not care if you've ever delivered them before. I'm thirsty. I just need water, right? So don't let the fact that you do or don't have past performance ever hold you back. We will automatically email you. We have your email on file. And then to Iron Sensei's point, the government has all this money that they need to spend. So their view on things is a little different. It's like Christmas. Oh my gosh, did I get this for my mom? Did I get this for my brother? Did I get this for my husband? Did I get this for my wife? Just grab some stuff. What is it? It's like, oh, look, I got all this for you, right? Because it's often the last minute. It's Christmas Eve and you're at Walgreens. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Going back to the questions, do we qualify if we pre-ordered your book? Heck yeah. Can you speak on micro purchases? Be stock trader. Okay, perfect. Micro purchases. So Kizzy Shopping Network, Dr. Kizzy Parks. Today is about bid, bid, bid. I said what I said. Micro purchases. It just signifies that it's a small dollar purchase. There is no like micro purchase website. This is how it works. Hey, Cheryl, you do diversity training or something like that? Yeah, I do. Why? Well, I was wondering, we at XYZ federal agency, we're kind of looking for someone to maybe provide some diversity training. Do you think you could do this for us? Well, of course. I mean, I've done it before. For other companies, and I had a diversity job. I don't see why not. Okay, well, and then sometimes they may say this like, okay, well, I only have $2,500. Do you think you can make that work? Yeah. Yeah, but I'm only going to be able to give you 30 minutes. Or maybe you say I can only give you an hour. Okay, great. So it's going to be a micro purchase. I'm going to need to use a credit card. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out a way to pay with a credit card. That's how it typically works. That's been my experience with all of our micro purchases. An agency typically knows, likes, and trusts you. So then they reach out to you. And it may not be just one micro purchase. It could be several. Especially on the training side, there is a particular type of form that the federal government will use to purchase kind of micro, low ticket professional services. Not every agency will use this. I know one of our clients used to do this and then they stopped doing it, but these exist. But typically, again, it's because they know, like, and trust you. So they have to get to know, like, and trust you, which could be through you responding to opportunities, you attending events, you subcontracting, like Box Office right here. He's subcontracted. So why not reach out to FEMA directly? I would find somebody at FEMA and book a call with them, have a meeting with their small business rep. So I'm going back to the question. So in a 5-year contract, janitorial work, I'll have to have the funds to pay my subcontractor, then I'll wait for the reimbursement. So Mike Bus, yes, but I just want to put this out there. Yes, but think in terms of a business. You're not getting reimbursed, you're getting revenue. So like I'm here at a hotel, okay? Part of Marriott. So I pay for the hotel room. This is revenue for whoever owns this hotel. And so it's not like they're being reimbursed for me staying here. It's their revenue. So I just share this because I'm all about long-term success, profitability with our companies, okay? So I want us to be on that same page because the card I pulled today for money and manifesting is accounting. Take control of your finances and understanding your financial situation. And I want us all to be fiscally responsible and on top of everything. You know, I know there's probably many of you who watch Earn Your Leisure, or maybe you attended their conference. I love them. I love organizations like that. Whoever it is that's out there that you vibe with, by all means, you can never, ever have too much financial information, ever. Because that's how people obtain wealth. Because they're taught that. People are taught at a young age about investing and compound interest. When did you find out about it? I don't think I didn't really find out about it until college. And I still ignored it like a crazy person, you know? And so it's like, that's why I share this. So please don't think I'm poking you in the eye, Mike. I just want you to be aware. So this is how it would work. So you provide the cleaning services, let's say, to the Air Force, right? So you provide them the month of September. At the beginning of October, you would submit your invoice into Wide Area Workflow. Within 30 days, theoretically, they should process your invoice. And the monies that you submit, usually 1 month of janitorial, maybe anywhere from $1,000 to a few thousand, that money's automatically directly deposited into the bank account you listed in sam.gov. That's how it works. And then you take those monies for your business. That is why cash flow is the most important piece of having a business. Because if you don't have cash, it's hard to operate. That's why companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and more have subscription models. You know, so you have Amazon Prime, right? And then I just bought like some multivitamins because I went through this extensive health screening in Chicago. And they said, do you want to be on a subscription? I said no. But for those who said yes, it's a cash cow to the company because now they're getting guaranteed every month cash, 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 which is the same as having a multi-year, 5-year contract with the government. Did that make sense? If that resonated with you, please say yes. Okay, so somebody said college. Okay, okay, if that resonated, say yes. Okay. Denise, what does college mean? I don't know what college. And also, don't think because the Detroit Lions is not, that my lion isn't behind me that I don't already know. We're winning the division, okay? I'm just saying, so putting that out there. Okay, so Rick 777888. The Department of Defense must, oh my gosh, you guys, wow. I'm getting tired. I can't get tired because I wanted to run an errand, but it's okay. Please bear with me, and I appreciate y'all's kindness. And it means the world to me that you're here tonight. For those of you who are here, anyone who's ever made a purchase with us, you will get free access to our Winning Proposal Writing Way course. And for those of you who are new, any purchases you make in the next 72 hours, you will definitely get the free course. So I'm going to share a couple of the links. Here's the book coming out in October, and I have more information to share. So DCAA. In essence, for those of you where you may be like, what in the... So this is how it works. The Department of Defense, well, and other government agencies, they, especially defense, but they hold to this high level, the Defense Contract Audit Agency. And there is this form of accounting for us government contractors. And there are types of contracts, usually cost plus cost type of contracts, sometimes time and material, where making sure that you have a DCAA system in place, you're following the rules and regulations, right? And that you've been audited and approved is part of their requirement. However, you can't just request an audit unless I have a bonus strategy. This is hot off the presses. So Rick, listen up. If you have a Seaport Next Gen contract or you get one, they're opening the ramp in the spring. Once you get on there, you can request an audit. Did you follow me? Get on Seaport Next Gen, you can request an audit. Otherwise, the agency will request the audit. I can't raise my hand. We have defense contracts. I've had defense contracts. I can't just say, knock, knock, hey, can y'all audit me? I can't do that. Now, it's different once we get on Seaport Next Gen. Oh, I'm definitely going to raise my hand and request an audit. So that's just something to keep in mind, okay? So, and you definitely want to follow up after award. There's a question about PI. So this is bid. I said what I said. Kizzy Shopping Network. Fast ways to find federal bids. PI, wide area workflow. What the Department of Defense has been doing is they'll post opportunities on sam.gov, but they will require that you submit them in the PI system. So for any and all of you who may run into that, call PI. They are so helpful. You're going to want to call them because there's 2 steps. You're going to need to get into the system, and then they're going to need to trigger and activate the contracting portion, okay? And for those of you just joining, in case you're wondering why am I looking down, it's because I have my laptop here, and I'm traveling here in Tampa. Okay, terrific. Let me look at these. Okay, awesome. I'm glad things made. That's right. Grateful and John, go Lions. My Lions, I was so proud of them. Hey. And Amber, that makes sense. The Department of Defense uses PI. Techie, can you have multiple NAICS codes listed in your profile? Yes. And you go in and you request them by going into your workspace, and you're going to follow the process just like you're going to go to update, and it's going to seem weird, but that's the process you have to follow. I actually have a video on it. I'm thinking about how I want to package that. Just keeping it real. Okay. But that's what you have to do is you have to go through your workspace. Yes, of course, Denise, you can still get the bonuses. Just for those of you who haven't purchased, you're not getting any bonuses unless you purchase within the next 72 hours. And I will have new things coming out. I have a lot that I'm working on, but it's the end of the fiscal year. We're bidding on different opportunities. I made this impromptu trip to Tampa to meet with my mentor. So just be patient with me. I can't wait for the book too. Ooh, we got a few more things to do with that. Bet I'll make that play with the company I'm building currently. Perfect. Okay, we got the DCAA audit. And I'm so glad, Rick, that you asked that type of a question, because for those of you who are watching, and I know we range from, I don't know what to do, to DCAA audit. Soon you're going to be where Rick is. Just keep that in mind. For those of you that are like, I don't know what to do, just become comfortable. watch my content, join my Facebook group, go on Unison, go on sam.gov as a minimum, at a minimum, and just become comfortable with what's out there. Open an attachment, because fear is what blocks us. And today for a manifesting and money manifesting oracle card, it's accounting. Take control of your finances and understand your financial situation. It's about us taking control. God is on our side, y'all. There's more for us than those are against us. So just get comfortable, because it's easy for the noise to seep in, but just get comfortable, okay? So I'm going to answer a few more questions. Again, I appreciate every single one of you being here. This is Kizzy Shopping Network. Thank you for the hearts. Can accept my request on the Facebook group. Yes, we'll review it and do that. Thank you. I will call Pi, but I won't even be able to see the solicitation details and create an account. And to create an account, I must have a cage code. Well, then, Miss Amber, then you can't bid. I know, and it sucks, but don't worry. Maybe you can partner with somebody who has a cage code. You just keep going. Mark, I'm a fan of Adobe Pro. Oh, there goes one of my notes. It fell on my leg. Went somewhere down here, y'all. Okay. I like what I have to open it to see. I call it Adobe Pro. I don't even know what this dang thing is called. Yeah, it is. Adobe Acrobat Pro. You don't have to have it, but you need some version of that. Whatever's free, by all means. Is there a full course on government contracting from A to Z that you will offer? Your YouTube channel is great as well. Yes, William. So there's a couple things that I offer. There's my group coaching, high-level group coaching for those who are all about investing in themselves. And then I'm looking to put out some courses to help get you all ready for that bigger investment, okay? So I love what you said. And I have a lot more content coming, a lot more interviews. I have a lot in the works. Okay, Damien, Kizzy, how often are you supposed to stay in contact with the contracting office while you're working your 5-year? So once you win that award, I suggest during your kickoff, you ask them, how often would you like to remain in contact? How often should we communicate? Ask them. It's better to ask them permission because they are your client. Ask them. You know, since I'm staying in this hotel, I'm not sure how many of you travel, but sometimes in your profile, it'll ask, do you prefer a top floor? Do you prefer, what type of pillows do you prefer? Do you want extra pillows, extra towels? So I always request extra pillows and extra towels. So I always have a ton of pillows and towels when I check into certain hotels. And I don't like low floors because they're asking. They're not assuming. Always going to put her wherever. Now, I'm not saying every hotel is like that, but you get what I'm getting at, right? And they're going to appreciate it more, Damien, because some of them are going to want to talk to you almost every day. Others are going to want to talk to you once a year. Let me see what other questions. You all are amazing. Bid. I said what I said. Fast way to find federal bids. I have 2 businesses formed and want to get into government contracting. Should I create a new LLC? Just create a DBA. That's a really good question. For any and all of you out there, maybe you have multiple businesses, maybe you have a specific business, maybe you're Walter's Water and you want to offer services to the government, just create a DBA, doing business as, register it with your state. It's easy, super easy. Just do that. Thank you. That's my last question. Anytime, Amber, and stick with it. Don't get discouraged, okay? Kizzy, do we need to have different LLCs for different services? No. Andrea, no. IBM, International Business Machine. They provide a lot of things. Let's just say I know. They don't have different, I mean, they may have other businesses, but trust me. And they're not the only one. I know plenty of tech companies that have like legal contracts and construction contracts. That's why we go by KPC, because in that way it's generic enough where there's no issue awarding all different types of contracts. Okay, looking at this, seeing if there's any more questions today on Kizzy Shopping Network. And what I want to do is post, again, if you're looking for the middleman, anything middleman, get that video. It's $49. Great to be here. What do we get for $49? You get the Middleman video. My colleague David walks you step by step through what he's done to build a $3 million a year Middleman subcontracting sourcing company. Tamika, do you have an idea what the cost is for an 8A narrative? I think it's $1,000 to $3,000. Can Apex assist, or can you write it yourself? Yes and yes. Okay, let me do an asterisk by the Apex. Some Apex are better than others, and yes, you can write it on your own. Here's the deal. If you have an 8A, you should be okay writing it on your own. If you are trying to apply for the 8A, like let's say you were in the middle of applying, not like because the application portal is still closed, I would probably hire somebody. I spoke with a woman who has an 8A firm, and I'm actually going to interview her later this week. And she said she wrote her narrative. I mean, you have ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure ChatGPT will give you a great narrative. So, hey, there we go. Why not try that? I mean, you can at least get an example like that, put into ChatGPT, put exactly what they ask you to do, put your name, and bam, there you go. Mark, the federal government doesn't have a minority-owned certification. So definitely clarify for me. How do license subscription work? Dominique, do you mean in the sense of like you paying for Adobe Pro, or like you reselling a license? So for instance, I have a student who put in a bid for Prezi. Prezi is a subscription where you can create like interactive PowerPoint kind of presentations. And her bid was like, I think $100 too high, so she didn't win. I know it sucks, right? So she received a quote from Prezi. She submitted that quote, and she was had the rights to issue those licenses. So just clarify. Okay, you all are amazing. I appreciate you being here. Omicron 2.0, you look familiar. Okay, well, great. Can I provide hotel lodging? Yes, you can. What steps can I take to get a U.S. mail contract for 53-foot dry vans? Go to sam.gov to see if they need that. So bid, I said what I said. How to find opportunities. What's key is the government needs to be in a position to buy what you're offering. This is the end of the fiscal year. They're buying a lot. There were 3 opportunities released on a Sunday on Unison. There are over 12,000 small business set-asides on sam.gov. Everybody here can win at least one, as long as you have a cage code and you're willing to sell to the government the way that they're buying. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so PI, I'll let you know what the acronym stands for, because there's so many acronyms. Procurement Integrated Enterprise Environment. In other words, you use this to get paid, and they're using it to for companies to submit proposals. Okay, I'm going to take a couple more questions as I'm doing that. I just, again, want to say thank you so much. That's why any and everyone who's ever made a purchase at GovCon Winners, you will for free get the Winners Proposal Writing Way course. Keep in mind, it's about a 90% solution. There's 2 more things I want to record. I'm on this impromptu trip to meet with my mentor here in Tampa. So you will have that, the 2 additional recordings added sometimes this week. In order to get